AI is incredible. It can teach you how to fry an egg and even write a poem, pirate style. Yarr! But it knows nothing about your work. Slackbot is different. It doesn't just know the facts. It knows your schedule. It can turn a brainstorm into a brief. And it doesn't need to be taught. Because Slackbot isn't just another AI. It's AI that knows your work as well as you do. Visit slack.com/meet Slackbot to learn more.
They always tell you there's a catch, a compromise, an asterisk. Sprite Zero Sugar? It's different. It's the lemon-lime flavored refreshment you want with zero sugar. This is Sprite Zero Sugar. Obey your thirst.
Wizkid, Asake, Turbulence, let's talk about it. How y'all doing? Welcome to Let's Talk About It, Music Reviews Season 12. How y'all doing? Welcome to the show. I'm out here in the fucking freezing ass snow. It's cold. If I shiver a little bit, well, it is fucking, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, it's under fucking 10 degrees outside, so might shiver a little, but we're still out here recording some new fucking content. And honestly, guys, I thought about we can just do a little bit of an international review. Talk about some fucking Afro beats. Why the fuck not? Now, this is going to be a pretty short review for this day, for this week, because, I'm fucking out here in the goddamn snow. But let's just get into it, and let's get into the song. This song right here is called Turbulence. I'd say, when I usually talk about, like Afro, kind of like Nigeria, that Afro pop, that Afro rap type sound. I usually have a pretty good time, listening to this type of music. It usually sounds pretty fucking good. Nothing that I'm like, oh shit, this sounds really fucking bad or nothing like that. It's pretty fire. So let's just get into it, starting off with the goddamn beat. Now, this beat, I will be honest with y'all, is pretty fucking beautiful. As I was listening to this song, I love how, the strings in here really just come fully alive when you're listening to the song. I think that's really fire. And also the fact, too, what I really enjoy is that when I listen to this song, I like how there's this slight drum roll. The drums are, that typical kind of Afro drum style. They sound pretty good, but one of the things that I like is that you hear this little drum roll that happens, and this drum roll that happens is really fucking fire. When them strings come fully alive, it's just really fire, in my opinion. Really just adds to the goddamn vibe. So I really overall enjoy that. And also what I enjoy too is that, this beat has some build up to it. Those strings come fully alive. Those synths start really doing their goddamn thing on this song. And I overall really enjoy it. So overall, I will say the beat is pretty fucking great. And I'd say it's one of the better Afro beats that I've heard this year. Now, I don't know if I'm going to spend this year, listening to, a lot of this, like, Afro-type music. We might, be listening to more of it, depends on how the content's looking. But I'd say, overall, this is a pretty enjoyable experience. So, hey, pretty good starting song, in my opinion. Starting beat, I do apologize. But we're not going to fucking, go back and talk about a fucking beat. So, let's move on now, and let's get into the beginning verse. Now, Asake's vocals, or Asake, whatever this guy's name is, I think I've reviewed one of his songs before. His vocal style sometimes gets a little too mumbly, in my opinion. I don't really enjoy it that much when I'm listening to it, but I love those background vocals. Those background vocals really come to life, really bring, the energy of the goddamn track. And I'd say overall, I really enjoy it. So, Asake's vocals, they're kind of mumbly, and, the flow is kind of staying the same, because when I was listening to the song, I did get quite confused, because we were in the beginning verse, and then we just get to the hook, and then we get straight to Wizkid, that final rendition of the hook comes in, and then the song's kind of basically over. So, I didn't really get that part of the song, I will be honest with you. But once I got the idea of the song, how everything was working out for it, I was like, alright, okay, I got it. Beginning verse, this is the hook. Wizkid's going to come in and lay down his verse. So, I'd say his beginning verse is fine. A little mumbly, but I do like the hook. I like those background vocals. I like how they're sounding. Wizkid overall had a pretty good verse too. I wish Wizkid had more flow switches and vocal switches. I remember that Brent Faiyaz song I reviewed from him a long time ago. And I do wish there was a little bit more of that, in my opinion, you know, some more flow switches. But overall, I really enjoy what I was hearing from Wizkid. So overall, when we talk about, you know, Asake and Wizkid coming together to make a song called Turbulence, I really like this beat. I think this beat's so beautiful to listen to. You know, this beat's got a lot to it. Sounds really fire, in my opinion. You know, really is pretty fucking good. And also, you know, I'd say, you know, the hook, I really love that, you know, drum roll.
This episode is brought to you by FX's The Beauty Official Podcast. Join host Evan Ross Katz on the official podcast for FX's hottest new series, The Beauty, taking you behind the scenes with its amazing stars as they discuss the show's most jaw-dropping moments. Featuring Evan Peters, Anthony Ramos, Jeremy Pope, Ashton Kutcher, Rebecca Hall, Bella Hadid, Meghan Trainor, Isabella Rossellini, Jessica Alexander, and Ari Grainer. Search FX's The Beauty wherever you listen to podcasts.
I had that dream again. My small business needs to hire, but I don't use LinkedIn, and I hire wrong. So our orders get all backed up. We're drowning in paperwork, then actually drowning. Carol is fighting off sharks with a stapler, and pirates are pillaging the office copier, and then I wake up.
Don't let hiring nightmares ruin your dreams. LinkedIn Jobs' new AI assistant goes beyond the resume, using unique insights to deliver a smarter shortlist. Post your job for free at linkedin.com/quality. Start hiring today with LinkedIn.
That slide drum roll that comes in, that's really fucking fire. So yeah, overall, I will easily give this song a 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10, guys. What y'all think about it? Did you love it? Did you hate it? I don't know. Let me know. If you're on YouTube, Spotify, Pandora, wherever you get your podcast at, make sure you follow, turn on notifications, guys. We were out here in the snow for you. But I will be back tomorrow. Hopefully the snow's not that bad tomorrow. To have a little bit of a longer episode. But I'm going to get the fuck out of here, alright? It's cold as fuck. I gotta go. I'll see y'all. You have a good one.
¿Hablas español?
Sprichst du Deutsch?
Kann du Norsk?
If you used Babbel, you would. Babbel's conversation-based techniques teaches you useful words and phrases to get you speaking quickly about the things you actually talk about in the real world, with lessons handcrafted by over 200 language experts and voiced by real native speakers. Babbel is like having a private tutor in your pocket. Start speaking with Babbel today. Get up to 55% off your Babbel subscription right now at babbel.com/Spotify. Spelled BABBEL.com/Spotify. Rules and restrictions may apply.
Yeah, guys.